My name is Amanda Zurawski, and I nearly died all because of Donald Trump's Supreme Court justices overturning Roe v. Wade and Texas's anti-abortion laws that followed. I was 18 weeks pregnant with my first baby with my husband that we desperately wanted. Unfortunately, we found out that we were going to, with complete certainty, lose the baby, who we named Willow. If my doctors had ended the pregnancy, it would have been considered an illegal abortion. So they would have been at risk of hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines, losing their license, and even going to jail. There was absolutely nothing they could do. They were too nervous. So I had to wait until I was sick enough to meet the medical exception in Texas. It took 3 days until I went into septic shock, developed a fever that was so high, my teeth were chattering uncontrollably, even though it was 110 degrees in Texas. It's the worst I have ever felt in my entire life. So my husband rushed me to the hospital where they had to stabilize my vitals so that I could deliver the baby, which I did, but then I crashed with sepsis again a few hours later, and overnight was transferred to the ICU, where I spent a total of about 6 days in the hospital. My family flew in from across the country because they were afraid that I was going to die. I survived, but the infection caused one of my fallopian tubes to remain permanently closed because of the scarring. My doctor had to surgically rebuild my uterus because the scarring was so severe that it had collapsed. And as a result, now, if I want to have biological children in the future, my husband and I have to go directly to IVF, and we have to use a surrogate because I can't carry again. Donald Trump and his vice president pick, J.D. Vance, have proudly supported the bans like the one in Texas, saying that the way they're working is a beautiful thing. And Trump has proudly bragged that he's the one to have overturned Roe v. Wade. If their extreme Project 2025 agenda is able to come into fruition, if they are elected, my situation will become much more normal for people in every single state. IVF will not be protected for anyone, and neither will contraception. And so it is absolutely critical that we vote for Vice President Kamala Harris, because what I went through was absolutely barbaric. It was horrific, and it was entirely preventable. It did not need to happen, but it did because of the ban in my state, which is only possible because of Donald Trump. I fear so much for other people being in the same situation, because I realized that I was actually lucky because I didn't die. And I know that other people might not be that lucky. And so it is critical that we support pro-choice candidates like Kamala Harris. Our lives literally depend on it.